Hey guys, this is Jane77, coach of the Brisbane Heat Trans, here with week 3 of the ICBA. This week we're going up against Deebs and the Calgary Flame Wheels, and his team consists of the 6 UC, Heracross, Smirgle, Mardias, Raichu, Gliscor and Kraganol, but other things that he didn't bring include Slowbro, Superior, I believe, Magirna, Victini, just to name a few. So a lot of his top tier threats he didn't bring, but it's totally understandable because his PU offensive core is actually really threatening, and just kind of runs amok through my team. But undoubtedly the biggest threat to my team and to my war core is the Heracross. Mega Horn just rips through my 3 defensive mons, and there's nothing really that I can do about that, so we'll have to play against that fairly aggressively. But going through my team quickly, we got Life Orb Lando with the Rock Polish, Earth Power, Sludge Wave and IHP Ice, Slowking with the Flamethrower, Psyshock, Toxic Ice Beam, physically defensive to take a hit from the Heracross and Victini. Then we got AV Tangrowth, Earthquake, Sludge Bomb, Knockoff, Giga Drain, Crobat, Special Crobat. We got Nasty Bat, Air Slash, Heatwave and Roost. And we got Tita with Rocks, Pursuit, EQ and T-Wave. And then we have our Heracross switching, which can only really switch in not that many times before it gets whittled, but it's got we have Arzu, physically defensive Arzu with Parasong, Whirlpool, Toxic and Protect. So looking at leads, I kind of want to get lead Tita, get off the sand, and be able to get rid of the Smeargle turn 1. Break the sand, or break its sash with the sand and whatnot. So I'm gonna lead with Tyranitar, as he's actually gonna lead. As you can see, he's going to lead with Ricky the Heracross, and I'm immediately threatened out because I do not want to catch a close combat. I do not want to catch a Mega Horn, so I'm just gonna switch into Arzu and gonna be able to take this Mega Horn very nicely. And so I'm thinking he would probably switch out to preserve the biggest threat on his team. I'm just gonna go for Whirlpool. But as you see, he actually stays in and he's not choiced, so that's good for me. Basically him staying in allows me to trap him and basically eliminate the biggest threat to my team. So defensive Arzu, definitely putting in the work and eliminating the biggest threat to my team. Definitely an interesting play from him, where he just stayed in, because I do believe a banded play rough would have been able to kill the Heracross at this point. Then again, he doesn't really have a switch in to banded play rough, so yeah. I believe the Parasong has gone off, and here I'm just going to click Toxic because I have no other move. He's going to continuously hit his Stone Edges, which is, I mean, it's not too bad. I didn't really want to let Arzu live anyway, because I didn't want Arzu to be set up fodder. So when this when the Parasong ends, becomes 0, I'm just going to stay and protect, and basically we're going to double down and basically start again 5v5, but I've eliminated his biggest threat. So I let Azu go down so that it's not going to be set up fodder, as I'm just going to go into Titar once again, thinking he would send out Smeargle once again, but nope, he goes into Raichu, and I'm not interested in taking a Focus Blast, so I'm going to go into Tangrowth, which will be able to eat anything that this Raichu wants to do very nicely. So I'm just going to, I believe, knock off, or no, Giga Drain, trying to pop its balloon, but as you see, he's going to send in the Smeargle, and it's going to do way over half, send me back to full health. But because this Smeargle is going to be faster than me, he is going to be able to get up his rocks, but we're able to take out the Smeargle with Tangrowth, so that's really nice. Able to get rid of a nuisance to the team fairly efficiently. So here he sends in his Cryogonal, and I can take anything, even Specs, with the AV. So I'm just going to stay in and knock off, and as that damage does actually reveal Specs damage, so pretty happy to get that knocked off. Freeze Dry will now only be doing around about 50%. So wanting to preserve some of my, wanting to just get some regen health, I'm just going to switch into Slowking, as he's going to knock off my Tangerberry. That's completely okay. Tangerberry was for the Heracross, and the Heracross is now dead, so that's awesome. Predicting the switch out, I'm just going to click Toxic and start whittling this Latias down, which is really nice, because this Latias actually turns out to be a Carmine Reflect type Latias with Roost, so getting a Toxic on this thing is very helpful in whittling it down. So he's going to drop the Toxic on me, but that's not too bad, because Titar, Titar is Titar, and predicting him, switching out here, I'm just going to click Pursuit. But he actually, this is where he actually reveals the Reflect type, so pretty cool prep on Deeb's part. This Pursuit is going to do literally 0 damage, but it's completely okay because that toxic damage is racking up really nicely. So we'll probably be able to revenge it with something else later in the match. So here, I'm just going to get up my rocks because Titar's job is pretty much done, and probably want to because he's revealed 3 moves. I'm assuming that his last move is probably a Psychic move. So I'm just going to make the switch out to reset the Toxic counter, as I'm just going to switch into my Landorus, knowing I can take anything from the Latias, and this is pretty cool for me because I'm just going to be able to hit this thing with the HP Ice, and I'm going to be able to take it out. Really nice for me. Able to take out another nuisance to my team, as here he goes into Cryogonal, which is annoying because it outspeeds me, but I can just go into Titar, get up the sand to be able to get off some more chip damage on things, and but he's going to actually Rapid Spin the rocks away, and that's not too bad because everything on his team is pretty much it's not hurt that much by the rocks, so I'm happy with him. Well, I'm not upset that he's spun the rocks away. And Pursuit, I'm just going to kill him with Pursuit. And because I didn't see a point to set the rocks back up, but he sends in the Raichu, goes for the HP, probably Ice to take me out, probably to catch the Tango just in case I want to switch that in, or the Lando, but nope, I just want to send in my Tangrowth now and click Giga Drain as he goes for the Nasty Plot. And no, I'm gonna click Knock Off for some reason. Not sure why I didn't click Drain, but anyway, at this point, from the calcs, I know that I'm able to live anything. I'm able to live a HP Ice from a +2 Raichu, provided he doesn't get the highest roll. So, does he get the roll? Does he? If he does, we lose. But luckily for us, we live on 2, and we're able to take out this Raichu. And if I had Giga Drained instead of Knock Off, that wouldn't have been an issue. Also, if I had switched out into something like Slowking or the Crobat, and then switch this back in on the T-Bolt, I would have been able to live as well. Those thoughts, well, the switching out to get regen health definitely went through my mind, but I literally thought to myself I couldn't be bothered to click the buttons. So instead, I thought, let's just risk the roll. And I did, and I was rewarded. So yay me. Anyway, this Latias reveals its last move, it being the Ice Beam. Takes out my Tangrowth, but because this is its last mon, it's not going to be able to reset the toxic counter, so I'm going to be able to slowly whittle this thing down. Unfortunate he missed the toxic on my Slowking, but that really wouldn't have mattered. I mean, even if he wanted to play the toxic stall game, I can switch my Slowking out and back in to get some regen health, and basically, I would have won in the end anyway. So we're able to take out the Lati with the toxic, and we're able to rack up our first win in the ICBA finally. Good game, Deebs. Was definitely a tough one, but yeah, hope to continue in our winning ways, and hope to catch you guys next week.